Hey, another trade, another day. What's going on, my guys? I hope everyone's doing good. Please let me know if my screen is glitching at all. Um, my buddy said it was glitching yesterday, so I'm working on getting. I noticed my extender was pulled out upstairs. I had some visitors and maybe some kids pulled out my extender, and so I've been experiencing loading on my TV and a little bit of glitching on my trade, but more so on my TV and heat map. However, I have experienced some slight smaller glitching on my chart. It happened the other day at 9:32, and I think that could have been when Trump, put out that news. But my computer completely froze, got stopped out, and the market flushed like 200 points. I do want to go over my trades. So this morning in the text, when I said that we were bleeding, um, I started to hit the sell. So I hit these sells down here, okay, on this account. And then so I got in my sells around my VWAP when we started to reject. And then I also seen this M pattern developing anyways. So I kind of figured that we were going to get down into this zone, um, because we had news coming out. So I just had a feeling, because we kept rejecting, we've been on a slow kind of bleed out from last night, that that's why I made that call to get into sales this morning. And then this is where I was taking profit down here at the bottom of this little supply zone. Then I re-entered and then took it just above our VWAP zone. Then after the news hit, when I realized and I read the report, I realized that the news was good. So we had a good pump up, and then this is where I called, getting into a long. No, I think it was right here. I think I told you guys the long was good, like right around here. And then, um, this is where we could have rolled it up to your 770s into your 30Ks. Okay, so these were my trades for this morning. I think I took one. Did I take one last night? No. I had an order up here last night at 73, I think. Yeah, it was at 73. I had an order right here at 73 by my VWAP. Oh, shoot, by my VWAP band, and it never hit. It almost hit. If it would have hit, that would have been a nice trade, but I was a couple points off on this limit order that I put in last night. Okay. Um, but that's my trade. These are my, and this is what I want y'all guys to do. So in order for me to see your trades, you have to come into fill orders, show fill, show trade lines. When you do that, then I'll be able to see, okay, look, he's entering here, okay, to come down, okay, and I can see that these green lines, this shows profit right here, that these are profitable trades when you see the green lines. Okay, so these little green lines, all these green lines that you see in here, these are all profitable trades right there. Okay, so that is what I did on this account. Let's go to my next account here. Okay, let's get over here to the next account. So I'm done trading on this one. No more trade on that one. Already met my goal. Don't need to trade it anymore. Exit out of everything, and then we'll switch over to here. Tab instead. Okay, so now um, this is actually gonna be my third account because I traded one last night and I didn't do so good because what happened last night is I was trying to get this sell right here at the top of our previous bands, right around this area, and it just kept going up and I got whacked. So I got out of it and then I placed a limit order way up here and ended up almost hitting that trade on another account. Okay, but on the account I just showed y'all. But right now it did reject hard at the 30K. Okay, so that's telling if we can't get above here, this 30K, okay, that's telling me that we could start to come down. 30K is a big psychological number, and if we can't get above it today, then I'm gonna expect we head down or we range. I know we got some more news coming out tomorrow. So let me see if I can get out of this trade at break even because I'm yapping too much. I'm not paying attention. I am yapping. Not managing this trade good. Okay. So tomorrow we got some more news. So it is possible that we range today around this 30,000 mark since it's such a key level. I don't know if y'all guys realize, but when we do get around these key levels, we like to meander and cross them up and down before it finally makes a move. Same thing with VWAP. When we're around VWAP, it likes to go like this, both sides, until it finally breaks up or down and makes the move. So being patient and waiting for the direction is always best um, when uh, when trading the middle VWAP. Okay, so let me map. I know the Asian low was right around here, so let me map it on this chart, and then we'll fix it. We'll correct it for the hourly. Doom, da-doom. So we did get a nice little pullback into this order here right now on this uh trade. Okay, I wanted to get a little bit above this before this pullback. I wanted it to sweep this right here. We didn't quite do it. Came just underneath it. And then now we're getting this deep kind of pullback here. And the I'm on tilt now. This is what you call tilt. I'm on tilt. Ooh, come on, don't get me. Don't get me. I think it wants the 200. Come on. Ooh, sheesh. All right, let me just get out of one. Just get out of one. See if I can add that one back here on the 200. Okay. Even though I took a loss on that, at least I got out of one contract to try to save a little bit on margin, which is fine. You can always make it back up on the next trade. Okay. So let's see if I can get that contract a little lower and see if I can make that up here. Doom, doom, doom. Man, that was a nice pullback all the way here from this zone down to this zone. Again, perfect pullback, zone to zone. I really wanted to get that. However, I was being a little bit greedy on this and wanted to get, up into here, um, or higher, or a bit higher. Okay, but anyways, it is what it is. It is what it is. Please let me know if I'm glitching. Um, I did have some people over, and I think some of their kids unplugged my extender upstairs and it's missing. And when I was looking for it, I couldn't find it. And I tried troubleshooting my other extender, and that one wasn't going online, and that takes hours. I hate doing that, trying to get those extenders on. But now I'm going to put a yellow sticky tab on it, letting people know, please do not unplug me. Because every time they unplug, if somebody, if I don't plug it back in soon and it doesn't reconnect to the Wi-Fi, then I have to re-troubleshoot it, and that usually takes me like 3 to 4 hours just for getting those extenders back on. It's such a pain in the butt, but I need them because I think I have like 40 devices connected to my Wi-Fi, and so the internet does lag when I start to get on the Bluetooth and the computers and the TVs and the cell phones and all that stuff. Okay, so trying to get there at break even or close to. Um, is looking like it wants to come a little lower. I'm gonna see if I can add some contracts down here first. Yeah, it definitely seemed like it wants to get back, into this zone one more time, which is our Asian low here. Let me see if I can get one. So I want to break even. Come on, come on. Don't want to be on tilt. And market's about to open. Okay, so we are ranging. I mean, these lines are horizontal, so it is range. All the EMAs and um, 200 EMAs, the VWAP, they're kind of close together here. So that tells me that we're due for a nice expansion move. Um, I'm wanting to say up. Okay, I see this pattern going up as long as we hold here, guys. As long as we hold, around this zone here. Okay, we go up into either here, okay, right before this, or it extends out a little bit higher into here before we get a nice um, potential little pullback. But once that trend line is broken, okay. But I want to, someone I was talking to that's in the group, they were confused on the levels. And, basically, last night, what I was saying was when we made this level, this 794 level right here, okay, it was actually, it was at 94, it came down a little bit. Um, Basically, what I was saying is if we pounded up to 820 and come back down and held support, then we would go. Well, guess what? It just took off, okay? And I got stopped out like right around here too. Okay, because I had my orders at 820, it went up, I just closed it out and took that loss right there. This was a zone at 820, and then I had another one right here. Okay, and where did it come to? It blew past my 820 zone and it came right up here and started to range. Okay. Um, it never came back down and retested the 794 level for the nice clean kind of power up. It just ended up busting through, holding this level, and then, had that continuation up into our previous day VWAP. Like discussed, the previous day VWAP strategy doesn't work that well in night trading. Okay, so I don't know if I told everyone that. I thought I did. I think I did. Okay, it works best in New York session. The reason why it doesn't work the best in night sessions is because the volume's low. Okay, and usually in night when the volume's low, you just go you always go with the trend. So once this range right here, this range was broken, okay, then we started to trend up because we broke this little range. We got into this upper big range. I don't know if y'all guys see this range right here. And then once we held above this other big range, then boom, we started to grind all the way up to previous day VWAP. We ended up holding support on it, and then you know, trending up higher too. This is another VWAP band that I have up here, I believe around the 80s, more or less. I need to update this chart. Boom, 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 boom. So, strategy does not work as good, okay, in the night session. The night session strategy, I'm not sure if I covered this with you guys. I know some people I did. The night session is on the second or third test of your upper VWAP or your lower VWAP band. Once you break under these bands, then you get that expansion for 50 to 350 points or more. Okay, to yet last night, what did it do? We did, what was it? 29,969, 969 to 60. So you're looking at what, maybe almost 110 points or whatever on that expansion. So since we have already cracked it one time and we fell back in the range, okay? Usually we like to come all the way back down to where to VWAP at open price or previous day middle VWAP. So usually when we fall back inside this previous day range, we do like to come and retest here or here. Okay, maybe that's what price is trying to do right now, um, to this pretty good rejection. However, however, that's, sorry, sorry to my one friend that annoys him when I say however. Um, but I don't think that we come down here unless we break this zone right here. Until we break this zone, which is Asian low, until we break it, break through it, come up, reject, then you have that clean move down into this zone. Okay. Those are the A1 trades. Okay, being patient and waiting for this to happen and come all the way back up here and then to come down. I mean, that usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour after you break this. Okay, so after you break this, it usually, like I say, yeah, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 20. It doesn't happen like quickly. Okay, all this stuff happens. It takes time for it to develop. Now, in New York session, when market just opens, okay, yes, it could happen within the first, 10, 15 minutes, could happen really quick. Okay, we just flush all the way down, or we do that really quick because the volume's high. But after the first 30, 40 minutes of trading, okay, these trades take 30, 45 minutes to develop. Okay, after you get your expansion move that hits anywhere between, let's say, 50 to 150 points, make sure you're counting points. After you get that, just like right now, look, we got this expansion move. Okay, this was sure over 150 points. Okay, now it's just gonna consolidate. Okay, it's gonna consolidate. Well, market's about to open anyways, but then if market wasn't about to open, it consolidates for a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, and then boom, you got your next move. Okay, that's how the market works. You get your big expansion move down here, and then it just lollipops all the way up here, all the way up here, and then look, you really don't get another good move until we get, back up into here, but it's still lollipops for a while. I mean, look, this is 557 to 652, almost an hour of bull crap before you get an expansion move downward. Okay, so 1 hour, guys, of right here of BS before you get your move. Okay, let me get out of this. Market's about to open. Okay, so um, that is something that you definitely want to keep in mind when you're trading is after these big expansion move, then you start to lollipop for a while. I mean, we expanded up here and then what, 34 to, that wasn't too long, 35 to 40. So about 10, 15 minutes, you got a nice little move. Okay. Then after we get this big move for 950, this move lasted all the way to probably about an hour, almost an hour, 40 minutes. Okay. Um, that was a 40-minute hold on this trade here to here, bottom to top. If you are at the very bottom, then about an hour. So those are things that you kind of want to look at. And then also when we start to get these small candles, then we're kind of in a grind. Look how many highs we got. I think this was 10 highs. We got, I count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 highs before it started to come down. This one was a lot more. I think this one was, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 highs before we started to come down. Okay, and that's in the after hours. So usually during New York session, it's anywhere between like 7 or 8. By the time you get 7 or 8 lower highs or higher highs, you like to get a reversal. Night trading, I mean, this is normal to get 10, 12, 13, higher highs or lower lows, lower highs before you get that reversal. Okay. Again, because the volume's low. Okay, let me map out. We got 2 minutes to map this out. On the higher time frame, okay, we stopped out here, so this is key to get past it to continue upward. If not, then not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. If not, guys. Okay, so we got to get past here to continue up. If not, we come all the way back, down into here, maybe lower down into here. Okay, so here or here into these zones. If we can't get past here for today. Okay. Let's see what lines can I erase, make better. You can put that there. Where's Asian? Asians here. Boom, right by our WAP. All right, market open. What's going on? What's holding? What's not? It's looking longs. Longs looking good. Let's see. We're about to break. Are we? Are we? I think I'm gonna enter long here. About to cut it. Again, this is the in-between zone. We don't know what price is doing until we break one or the other. So it tested down here, held. Let's see if it tests again. It's fighting right here at the 21 EMA. This is where the battle's won as well. Okay, right here. This is where the battle's won. This is starting to look a little bearish, guys. So we'll see how this turns out. We are above the 21, not no more. Starting to look a little bearish. I think I'm going to go short here. See if we can get down here to our VWAPs. Come on. Breaking underneath our middle VWAP and Asian. All right. Just hitting a few little scalps, trying to build up my margin on this. Heading down to the bullish FVG here. Usually it likes to bounce if it's right when it enters. If it's going to bounce, you get your biggest bounces right when it enters into it. And the entry is right here into the FVG right here. So if it does get a big bounce, it usually bounces right here. But again, this is just a 1 minute FVG. So it's not as strong as like your hourly or your 15-minute FVG. So see, it just tapped into this FVG right here. So the ICT traders, they're getting buys right here and they're trying to push it up. Okay, people that are trading ICT. That's something in the videos that y'all guys can watch and learn about. But the FVGs, like on the 1 minute, like I said, are not as strong um, as like your 15 or hourly FVG. Okay, so this is looking, I don't like that green candle. It is kind of looking a little bearish, but again, we're breaking back up into this zone, guys. So when we break into this zone, this is when we can expand back up into here or higher. So that's why you got to be careful when you start breaking into this level right here, guys. Okay. Because, yep, it does exactly that. So the main thing is trying to figure out, are we holding below here? Are we bouncing in between it? Have we made a clear directional move and rejected and, are going to head down? So that's why it's important to have your zones mapped out, because you can see where we can get our moves. Okay, there we go. That's good. That's a good power move down here. I like that. We want the continuation to get lower than this red candle, because if it doesn't, if it stops right before it, then boom, it comes right back up. Okay, so know that. It's never bad to take a little bit of profit off the table too, if you're low in margin like I am on this one. This is a smaller account. Okay, we should get down into here now, guys. So I'm looking for that expansion lower. I'm going to see if I can add another contract here and then put a tight stop there on that one, because we should get down into here now. Come on. Come on. Pushy push. I'm going to close out that contract just in case it doesn't reverse on me. Back in. Tight stop. Trying to hold. I'm out. I'm out. I still think it's coming down. We're below our VWAP or our EMAs. It's just taking a little bit more time. Come on, push, push, push. Expand. Put the gas on it. Slow churner. There it is. There's the move. There it is. Got it. See if I can re-enter. Now we're coming down to retest our VWAP zone right here. Okay. We could get a little bouncy here, but ultimately we're coming down to test this 794 now. We never did it last night, so I believe we're going to do it now. We never did it last night, so we're going to test here. If we don't hold here, we come down into this zone, guys. Maybe a tinge lower. So okay, and that's it. The strategy worked again. What else can I say? What else can I say? Okay, hopefully I can get an entry here. Come on, come back up to the 9. Sometimes it doesn't make it to the 9. Come a little higher. Yeah, volume definitely has picked up to go lower. Man, I missed that. Should have held. Come up one more time. Get a little more. Oh, I don't got my heat map on. Let me get my heat map. Shoot. If y'all guys notice where I have all my million lines at, um, they do show, most of the time, majority of the time, pretty good areas to take profit and to get in and out of trades here. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking for
I decided to go with Rome
buys around these zones. Okay, I'm gonna see how price reacts around here and there for the scalp up. Yeah, I missed that one. I missed it. Okay, now we're coming down to test this zone here, guys. Okay, we should get down here at least, maybe even here. Okay, if we can't hold here, most likely we'll get close to here. I mean, we don't really need these lines in here anymore. Okay, this is the pullback. We couldn't hold above 30K. 30K is key, guys. So I was thinking we were going to get up into here. I mean, we still can pattern to play out that I was seeing, but uh, we have to hold here, or we have to come down, bounce, and then get back above here to complete that pattern that I'm looking at. So heat map's not really showing too much of anything. It's all over the place. No clear direction. Um, I don't know why people are talking about going long right now. I would not, just in this situation, is not a good idea to go long. If you're scalping, yeah, maybe at a level, in and out, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. But I mean, look at this straight down. Longs are not going to work straight down like this. The vertical downward is, you know, it's just too risky. It's just too risky for long. Okay. We got a lot of buys at 29,800. Okay, so right around here, right around our VWAP zone. Okay, this should be the push lower here. Is it? Stay red. Nope. We're underneath our 9 EMA. We're rejecting on the 9. We're rejecting on the purple VWAP as of now. Okay. Kind of slightly going above it. Maybe I may be able to get my order. The minute you break above the 9, then always assume you extend up to the 21. If you break above the 21 EMA, assume that you expand up to VWAP or the 200 EMA, okay? Always assume that you'll, get back up into these upper levels. Uh, I think I'm going to enter that cell right there and just put a tight stop here. Need to make a lower low or you just exit the trade. Just hesitating too much. I will say this. June and July are slower months for the market because everyone's on vacation. Okay. The market is I mean, obviously it's still going. and you still get some good days and some good moves on certain days. So don't get me wrong on that. But overall, it's not as volatile, or it's not as aggressive as it will be coming in here. Even now, things are starting to pick up in July. Okay, things are starting to move again little by little, and they'll start to get back to normal markets. Okay, by August, watch the moves and the ranges are going to be big. Okay, a lot bigger. Um, into August, September, October, November, it gets extremely volatile. You get some really big moves, and the market is awesome. It's juicy, and there's so many good setups. It's not all this freaking time. Um, I will say into your early Julys, mid Junes is definitely a much slower time in the market. All the big guys are on vacation. People are in and out of the office. There's not, um, there's a lot of, what's the word? Like disruption. Okay. But starting now, we're month of July, starting now into August, watch how you see the change in the market and how the market starts to move. Okay, so now we're getting to our bounce area right here, guys. Let's see if I can get a little buy here. Boom, got it. Tight stop. If it's gonna hold, it's gonna hold. It's not gonna stop me. If it stops me, then most likely we get down into this area before we get the bounce. A little bit lower than the VWAP. Sometimes it bounces perfectly on my line, but usually it comes a little bit lower than hitting my line perfectly and bouncing. But sometimes it bounces perfectly on my level. Okay. Hopefully we get that. Come a little lower. Majority of the time it likes to come a little lower than my line and then bounce. Come on. A little lower. Okay. See if I can add one more. Now we're gonna get the bounce. Bounce it up. Let's go. Now the safe take profit is gonna be around here, guys. That's the safe. Okay, because we can reject here and then boom, come down and keep going lower and pushing into this area. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know we can get a little higher. Struggling. I kind of want to hit an NQ right here. Come on, this is the bounce on. Now this is the retest. Finally, we got the retest here of this level. Doesn't look like it wants to hold though. That's scary. Come on. Where's my buyers at? I'm out. It just kept pushing lower. They just kept pushing. But this is finally the retest of this zone, okay? If we're gonna go up today, guys, and get back up to the top of that range, we gotta hold here. Okay. We gotta hold here and obviously keep busting through, VWAP in these little levels here. Okay, next good bounce area is gonna be around our 17 level. I'm going in blindly on this one. Since we're getting this straight shoot down, and we didn't even, it's not looking like we're getting a bounce right here. Okay, the little bounces that we got just kept rejecting. So because of that, I think the best level for buys are going to be around here, around this zone. It may come up short a little bit here, but I'm going to go right kind of on the VWAP, this zone. Okay, this demand zone here to see if we can get this nice little bounce. And looking on heat map, we have a lot of orders sitting at 29,700. So the orders are sitting right here now. It's 700. And where does that line up? It lines up perfectly with our VWAP. If you look on heat map right now, all those orders that just came in, where they came in here, 700. Okay. Are we going to get our bounce here? This is looking like a bounce candle. Is 50 TD 4913. All right, I'm going to switch to another account. Let me take this order. Share this tab. All right, I'm switching to another account, guys. Okay, let me see if I can get. I do like how this is starting to set up right here. I am going to get into a long with a tight stop there. Let me take this off. Whoops. All right, just going to scalp that for now. See if I can get into another one. Or switch over here to MNQ. Kind of average into this position here. We got some breaking news, guys. I think it was good. Some breaking news that just hit. Seems like it's pushing up the markets here. Okay. Here's our bounce candle. I don't have my lines mapped out on this chart. However, I have a good idea of where they are in my head. So I'm going to play off that for now. And as long as I got my VWAPs, we're good. And this right here, I know Asian's sitting here. So voila. There we go. Here's a nice little bounce candle we got going. Let's get it. Let's add another. See if we can get up here close to the 50 or even the VWAP level here, guys. Or maybe even just start to blow all the way to the top of the range. This was our retest. This is what I wanted yesterday, guys. We had to come back down and retest this. And we did. And now we're starting to hold above it. So as long as we hold above this and keep breaking through these levels, we get back up into here. Okay. But this is retest. We always got to come back down and retest this zone majority of the time. Okay, so this is key if we want to keep going up. Key. This is key. Key level, key level. It's looking good. The power, I see the power in the candle. I don't know if y'all guys can see that, but this is how it's moving. That shows force upward. Okay, this jigging. So the buyers are coming in. Where's my Sethmo bubbles? Shoot, I don't even got that going. Do we got some Sethmo bubbles rolling in here? Uh-oh, we got news. Trump just said Iran called a while ago and they want to make a deal. Okay, we got Sethmo bubbles in. We had a whole bunch of buy orders come in, guys. We have about 1,200 buy orders come in. Okay, 1,200 came in. That's probably why we're getting the movement on these candles, like it's moving. The sellers are starting to be absorbed. Our level looks like it's starting to hold right here. Okay. And let me take a little profit off the table. I don't like the rejection on the 21 right there. But hopefully we can get past it on this next go around. Come on. I don't like that red candle, those little red ones. Come on. I'm going to deleverage right now. You see, they're fighting right here in this spot. Once you get above this block right there, then boom, you get that expansion. This little square block, you see this square block right here, guys? Once price is above it, it expands up. It gets below this block, then boom, it goes down pretty quickly. Okay, and vice versa. So this was the little block that it was fighting. So y'all guys can keep that in mind. There's the expansion up. Let's go. Let's take a little profit right there. Let's pull this up to the WAP. See if we can add Another downhill. Listen, a lot of buyers came in, guys, right there at that key level, right here at my zone. A lot of buyers came in. So as long as we don't get those red Sethmo bubbles, that amount of buying, how many orders? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shoot, like 1,400 orders. I mean, that should move the market back up into here. Should. Okay, so we'll see if we can get that expansion move higher. Well, it's good we cracked through the -1 VWAP band. So that definitely shows that we're not in the downtrend no more. Thank God. We're long. Okay. We came all the way back down and retested the 794 level. Came a little bit below it, actually about halfway, and then boom, popped up. Okay. Right when we broke through it, now we're having this expansion upward to retest our 50 and then to retest our 200 and VWAP, which lines up with our Asian. Let me write the Asian, get the Asian going here. Whoops. 1 hour. Our Asian level is going to be right there. 3, 7. I'm going to leave it there. It's good. All right, let's get back here to business. Boom. Got it. See if we can reload. Got it. See if we can add another one. Got it. Tight stop. Tight stop on that one. Come on. There we go. Definitely looks like we're going to get that move higher, guys. Gonna add some a little lower. There's a push. There it is. There it is. Take a little bit off the table. Take a little bit off the table. Nice. I like that. Now, hard rejection here. We come back down. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to just keep flying up, up, up and away. Okay, but we do have a lot of rejection zone here. Okay. Let me turn on some music. It's quiet up in here. Please let me know if I'm glitching. Please like the video, leave a comment, even if it's just a thumbs up. It helps the algos. But yeah, let me know if I'm glitching, man. I need to get this stuff fixed. The quality on my videos are poor. I need to hook up my mic. It's just sitting here. So a couple of things I still need to get going. I'm procrastinating on. But I do like the fact y'all guys are wanting the videos and are watching them. Not too sure how many guys are able to trade every day. I know some of y'all are still working and trading on the side. I get it. But I do need to step my game up on the video aspect of things here. Because I do want to be putting out higher quality videos. I need to figure that out. All right, let's play some music. Longs, baby. Look, we called the market really good today so far, guys. Like, I'm always more accurate in the mornings. As the day progresses, it gets a little more difficult and harder. But morning strategy worked out perfect again today. And the trade idea has worked out exactly as we thought it was going to so far. So, I mean, obviously it's going to, because if you don't hold certain levels, you go to the next one. I mean, it always does. But I thought we were going to get down here today. So I also think we can go higher today as well too. So I'm going to get out of these contracts a little bit. I still think we're going to go higher. I think we're going to get up and make a new high and get above 30,000 and keep pressing up. Why? Well, one, there was a lot of buying in tech yesterday. There's a lot of people moving from certain tech companies to other tech companies. We're getting more investments from other countries that are coming in. Instead of paying a 20% tariff at the Strait of Hormuz, they're just going to invest in America. Okay, so we have that happening. Plus, around this time of year, people start positioning for the end of the year rally, the Christmas rally. even though markets are volatile and kind of up and down during this time, we do trend higher, okay? And with reports that are coming out, inflation down, and manufacturing reports coming out good. I mean, with stuff like that happening and people still buying, then we still trend up higher. So I don't like this candle right here though. I think I'm gonna exit. I don't like that. I exit. I'm gonna reposition. Got it. Okay, see if we can get another one. Boom. Got a good average there, I think. Take that. Let's go, guys. To the moon, man. To the moon. So overall, I mean, markets go higher. I think people are still buying, and I think they're starting to position themselves for the end of the year rally. Doesn't mean we go straight up, but it means that we trend up slowly. We did have a lot of sellers come in right now. 254 sellers trying to come in here and push some of these markets a little downward. Sometimes I have my stops a little too close. Playing too tight. I play too tight. All right. It's trying, guys. It's kind of struggling, though. Give this trade a little more room to breathe. The problem with giving your trades a little more room to breathe, yeah, I give it a little more room to breathe down here to reject, but if it keeps flushing, I'm out. I take a big loss there. That's the only problem with giving your trades a little bit more room to breathe. It's better just to close out one contract like that and then let it, do its thing. You don't lose as much. You don't make as much, but you don't lose as much. And that's what's important. So you can live to trade another day. Okay. So boom. This is about 50-60% of the way through from this little move anyways. Boom. So let's see if we can get that hold. So I want to break even and start to push up, guys. But we start to break through here, then look out. Yeah, I'm gonna sell one. I'm gonna sell one. And then we're gonna add down here. Just looking like it's coming to VWAP now. We should have thrusted up, from this area, but since we didn't, that's why I sold. Because if you don't get that thrust up like that, okay, then yeah, get out. Get out. See if I can add one right here. Boom. Add right there. Come on. Nice, Carlos. Good job, bro. Good, good. Yeah, I'm done on my main accounts too, man. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Well, actually, I'm not fully done because I may hit, one or two more on them. You never know if I see a good setup. So yeah, if I see a good setup, I'll hit it. I will hit it. Let's go. Yeah, I will hit a good setup. Um, if the setup's there, it's there, But no sense in trying to force anything on your live cash accounts or funded accounts or whatever. Yo, Carlos, you've been killing it, man. What are you at? What are you at, Carlos? Like 10K already this week? Profit? Sheesh. Nice, bro. Nice. You need to start giving this class, Carlos, because shoot, you're beating me. You're beating me. We need to just we should start taking guidance from Carlos because he's killing it in the night. He's really good at night trading. For me, I just don't have the patience for night. I'm better just to hit some limit orders and walk away. Um, it's dreadful for me to just sit there and watch those things at night. Just move too slow. So it's better for me just to play the most extended zones, and that's it. Yeah. But Carlos, shoot, I think he's up like 10K profit already this week on live funded accounts. So, and he actually got one of his funded, I believe. I think it was like, what was it, Carlos? Like 70K or 100K. You got your funded account all the way up to 70K or 100K one time or two times. Shoot. So, yeah, that dude, he lets those things run, man. They'll run for days, for a whole night. Okay, we're getting some rejection here, guys. So I am gonna cut right here. I don't like this rejection. I don't like that. We did get some buyers coming in. We do got some buyers coming in. Yeah, if we can't pump up past the 9, guys, just cut it. This thing needs to go with force, like all the way up. There we go. There we go. Come on. It's trying. It's trying. I don't think it's going to get it, though. Nope. Down we go, guys. Careful. Down we go. There it is. All right, where's the next zone here? Into here. Guys, we break out of here. Look out, man. We're heading all the way down to the bottom of the range if that happens. If we can't hold this level, we come down here, guys. Okay, most likely. So be on the lookout for that. This is the last hope to try to pound this thing up. The last hope. So let's see how it reacts to right here. Okay, come down where? To previous day VWAP. Okay. I put my VWAP band a little bit lower. But if it's gonna bounce, guys, I mean, we need to be bouncing like here, to be honest. You know, we shouldn't be coming lower than here if we're gonna bounce. We should hold this zone. I'm tempted to hit an NQ. Candle finishes in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. New candle. It's red. Starting out. Does it flip green? No. Stopped. All right, so my next trade is going to be if we reject right here, okay, we come down, we come up, we reject. You see how we flush right when we pass this zone? You see, guys? I'm telling you, this was the zone right here. So this is how you know, like this is where I stopped out right here, because I know if I hold past this zone, it goes. Like that's why it's important to know where you're you know where to put your zones, because I know if we don't hold right here, that this is what it does. I already know that. That's why I have my stop right here, guys. Because look, this is what happens. Okay, now look at that. All right, so now, okay, that's why it's important to have your zones right there, because you do not want to hold this contract, okay, past your zone. Okay, now we're at another little bounce zone right here, okay? It is risky to hit something right here, but I'm gonna ride it back up to this if we can, and then see if I can get into enter or sell if we reject around here. Okay, but this confirmation right here, breaking this, and if we can reject right here, this is your sell. Okay, this is going to be your sell right here. If we don't reject, if we blow past it, okay, then assume we're getting back up into here before rejection. All right, that's how that goes. But you see how important this zone was, guys? I don't know if y'all guys caught that. I stopped out here because look, that's what happens right when you break this zone so quick. That's what usually happens right there. All right, a lot of sellers are coming in right now at the bottom. So I'm gonna enter. Usually when big sellers come in like that, at this at this at certain bounce levels, it usually comes back up. Okay, I like 25% of the way down from that VWAP band too to get a little push. Come on, come on, get a little push. Deleverage. Now this rejection right here, if we can get it at our zone, that is your sell entry. Hey Carlos, I don't know if you're still watching, but if you are, shoot me a text message, and you should run like a night trading YouTube for the guys. I really, if you're up for it, man, because you do really well at night. I will admit you are better than me at trading night. I'm not that good. Like I'm okay, but I do worse at night than the day's my golden ticket, you know. But I do, my limit orders hit good at night. But you definitely have an edge at nighttime. So if you're ever interested in running a night trading session, if the guys want, then be my guest, man. I'd love for you to help out in the evenings if you want, because you're killing it on in the night for sure. For sure. For sure. All right, guys. So it's looking like it wants to pound back up and go all the way back up, to be honest, guys. Like, I don't think it's going to reject right. I mean, it could, but I'm thinking it's just going to pound through and just keep coming up now. So we'll see. But if we do get a good rejection here, this is your short entry. I'm long. Take a little bit of prop right there. Usually I would wait for 2 or 3, sometimes 4 to 6 1-minute red candles underneath here before I enter. That's always a good. Sometimes it happens on the second or third. Sometimes it takes like 5 or 6 candles. Sometimes we'll come a little bit through, and then once you break back under here, then boom, you hit the sell. That's how I do it. Some people, do it differently, but that's how I do it. Okay, that's what works for me. Some people are like, well, I'm just gonna hold it, and if it goes over my VWAP, then I'll cut it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You take a bigger loss, you risk more, but you know, with bigger margin, you can easily do that. Bigger margin. Okay, but I'm long. I'm gonna ride this up here, close to this zone, um, and see if I can get it. I will say though, that does kind of look weak. It's looking a little weak right here, especially if we start breaking under here too much. Let me give that a little more room to run here. A little more room to run. Get that a little lower. Man, that was a clean rejection on that zone for sure. Maybe I'm too bullish. That was a nice, clean rejection. I'm out. Man, that was kind of clean. Still think it got some room to go up though. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 5th or 6th, if we reject here, then I will switch over to short, honestly. Okay, but if we don't get that rejection, we keep firing it up, then obviously we're going, back up into here, most likely to the top of the range. We are getting a lot of buyers coming in the market right now. They're buying at the bottom, the current bottom. All right, so rejection here, guys. This is where, we already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be our 5th to 6th red candle rejection if we can't get above it, and that would be the sell. But my intuition's telling me up right now. But if we reject here in the next minute or so, then obviously down. Especially if we make a new low, then yeah, it's down, guys. It's looking weak. It is looking weak. Patterns showing weak. Everything's down, down, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4, 5 lower highs. I'm definitely going against the trend right now. I'm out. And just pushing lower. Down we go, guys. Down it is. There's the comfort. Down into here. All right, let's start looking for some next. So, oh, look at how that just down into here. Okay, here. That's the confirmation for me, this lower low that we're heading down. So what I want to do is look for a good entry. This is a good entry, way up here. Because price can come all the way back up here, reject, and then boom, keep coming down. Definitely could be in a range day now. Okay, we could be in a range. So let's go ahead and map this out. I want to get this account green past today. So I am going to sit here and wait for a good trade. Let's see here. Let's map out some bounce zones, guys. Oh, look at this. We're getting down here to the bottom of this range, top of this order block here. Usually, price likes to bounce right up. You see this order block? Price likes to bounce like right here. Okay, if it's going to have a solid bounce, this is the bounce area. Okay, if not, then it comes down into this range. Okay, and you can sometimes bounce around this area. Okay, but if you don't bounce by this time, then expect to come down to the bottom here or close to. Okay, that's how we want to look at that. Okay. And now we just wait for a good area to hit. Mm-hmm. So we cracked here, right? So we made 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it'll make a third lower low. Usually by the third or fourth lower low is when you get a good sizable mean reversion, which basically just means like, you come back up into here or whatever. So we got this neckline broke, you got 1 lower low, 2 lower lows, and then I want this to come higher though first. I wanted to go higher and then come down and hit this. Okay, we're in, we're activated. Ooh, it's pushing, man. About to get stopped out. That's a push. It's probably sitting right on our order block right now to the left. There we go. I'll take that. It's looking like we can get up here to the 21 or close to. We came all the way down to our Asian low of the other night, of the other day, yesterday, I think. Day before. Yeah, yesterday. So Noah, let Milo out, please. Noah, let Milo out.
My foot still kind of hurts from yesterday.
Does it? Oops. You may want to put some ice on it. Yeah. You can do it. I give you permission to pump. Yeah. Two, three, four, five, six. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are at 7 lower highs. That was a bad entry. We are at 7 lower highs right now. So that's why I did wanted to re-enter after I counted those lower highs. 7 is a good number for a good reversal. So it just gave me a little bit more confidence to re-enter after counting those lower highs. Come on, get down here. Mm-hmm. Mhm. As long as we hold this area right here, we should be good to get up to the 50. Come on. And a lot of buyers did enter the market. Let's see if we can get them to hold it. I am taking this trade right here on a funded account. So this is a trade that I'm willing to take on a funded. I am taking this trade. And my stop's at the low here on the funded. I'm letting it breathe. It's just one MNQ. I do like how it's building a base here, so that's cool. I like that. I like that base being built. Re-enter. Yeah, if we don't hold this level right here, guys, if we don't hold, then boom, down we go into here or lower. So I don't like this kind of tilt here. I don't like that. But the good thing about it is it is at a 45-degree angle. sellers trying to come in and absorb the buyers. Let's go. We need to get above here, right here. You hold above here, you blast off. There we go. Blast. Let's go. All right, I cut them. I just wanted it to get moving upward. It's just taking too long. All right, there's a 10 o'clock. Let's go ahead and map that out. All right, right here, guys. This is key. We gotta hold above here if we want to continue higher. Right here. If we go higher, you gotta hold above that, guys. If not, we go lower, then we hold below it. Right here. It's doing some scalping now. This is our zone. If we want to go up, we got to get above here. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Yeah, sales gonna hit. I'm definitely gearing up for the sale. Down to 500 more or less. Yeah, I don't want to blow this account. I'm gonna stop trading on this one before it blows. But all right, guys, shoot. I think I'm good for now. If I get another trade, I'll get on later. I'm gonna go hit the gym, y'all. We'll see it. Leave site.